Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Joe and I am your local shop teacher. Today I got my new bandsaw. It is a Rikon 1026. And what I'd like to do is spend just a few minutes letting you know why would a shop teacher choose this saw. Well, first thing I'd like to say is this video is not a paid commercial. It is not a commercial at all. I'm just sharing my thoughts why I purchased this saw. It is not a review. I've only done a couple cuts with it so far. I assembled it this morning. So it is not a review. What it is it's my thoughts on why I chose this saw when there's so many saws out there. Now, before we get going talking about this Rikon 10326, I'd like to spend a minute and thank Fast Tool Now. I was first introduced to this company a couple years back when myself and the other shop teacher where I teach, we were shopping around for a new planer. I reached out to Fast Tool Now, and they responded by offering our school a discount. Fast Tool Now is a Grand Rapids-based tool company, a Michigan-based tool company that offers products like SawStop and Rikon, Powermatic, and Jet, and lots of others. And so I thought, when I get the opportunity, I'm going to purchase a new piece of equipment through them to support a small business, to show my appreciation for them. Now, since I work fairly close to them, they gave me the option of picking it up at their shop. And when I went to pick up this saw, I asked them, would you consider, I've got the small YouTube channel, would you consider a discount code, a coupon, or something for my viewers, for my subscribers, for anybody that watches this video? And they said yes. And so it's a 3% discount. Coupon code will be in the description, along with a link to their shop and this saw. And so I'm going to just ask that you go to their website and look around. And so once again, Fast Tool Now, thank you. So let's get started. So yes, I am a shop teacher, but I should note that I'm not a woodworker. Now I am the son of a tool and die maker. And what that means is I was in Dad's machine shop when I was little. I've been around machines, I've been around bandsaws pretty much most of my life. And so after almost 2 decades of working on bandsaws and having hundreds of students go through and use machines each year, I know what machines break down, I know which brands seem to break down, and I know which parts end up going bad. Okay, and so these were some of my thoughts when I was looking to purchase a saw. So let's dive into these. The first one of my thoughts was I need some power. I've used little saws and big saws, and they all seem to get bogged down when you're doing too much work. And so I know that here I'm mostly doing hobby work, but I didn't want to be underpowered. Now this little motor here is a 1.75 horsepower, 1 3/4 horsepower, and it can be 110 or it can be 220. And I like that versatility. Now it's pretty common that electric motors are 110 or 220, but it's still nice to know that you have that option. So this saw has plenty of power when you need it. Now the second thing that I really was thinking about was weight. I didn't want a lightweight saw. I wanted something that was sturdy to be able to be used. I have a small dream here that I'm going to be able to teach my children how to woodwork, and I'd like to be able to teach others as well, friends, co-workers, and I would just like to be able to teach them. This saw weighs 285 pounds. The wheels on this saw are also made of cast iron. What that means is once they get spinning, it takes a lot more to slow them down. And so to have that spinning momentum, it's going to help power through. 285 pounds also means it's not just going to tip over. It's not a countertop machine. Now that would work out well for some folks. I wanted to make sure that if I wanted to bring a tree limb in here, I could put a tree limb on and I could resaw it. And so I needed something that was sturdy and it was stout. The next thing that brought me to this machine was the table. This table is 15 inches by 22 inches. So when I put a fence on there, there's still room for me to work. If I've got to reach through the blade, there's still room for me to work. If I've got to clamp a 2x4 or some kind of apparatus, there's room to work. The table also has 2 T-slots in it, which is nice if I'm using any kind of jig, sliding miter gauge, and the such. So you've got a lot of capabilities built into the system. The next thing I would note is you have 13 inches of resaw capability, which without having to add a plate to this or a block to it. And so that arm there is solid, yet I can open that up and have 13 inches of cutting ability. Now let's face it, 13 inches, you're cutting that much, you're going to have to go slow. I get that, but having the option is so big. Now, I've been looking at saws, been looking at old saws, 15, 20, 30, 50-year-old band saws, and they all had things in common. They needed to be upgraded. They needed to be gone through. They needed attachments. Now, there's some aftermarket attachments where you can get bearings on them, and that works out pretty well. But to get bearing kits, you're at $200, $300, $400. Well, you're quite a ways to the purchase price of a new saw. What else I like about this saw is these wheel bearings that go on the sides of the blade and the back of the blade. Those are all keyless adjusted, and so it's nice to not have to pull out an Allen wrench and get it into that one spot. So that's all keyless, thumb screws. And that should speed up your work. Now the last thing that I would say is I liked having the cabinet down below. That appealed to me, mostly because I'm kind of disorganized. I also know that as you accumulate shop space, we need to have a place for our tools. Different size blades can go down there. My fence is down there. Some wrenches that come with the saw, which is kind of nice, are down there. So I know that all my bandsaw stuff can be right down there. And so, with that, it makes the bandsaw its own work center. And so I know, I really don't know if the Rikon 10326 is the right saw for me. But these were the thoughts that went through my head as I balanced about 4 or 5 different saws. And there's some good saws out there, and there's some good manufacturers out there as well. But this one seemed to fit my needs. Now, we'll have to start putting it to work to see if that's actually true or not, right? But these were the thoughts that me, the son of a tool and die maker, a shop teacher, and a hobby woodworker thought about, okay? So, take a few minutes and go over to Fast Tool now. See what they have. If you don't see something on their website, give them a call. Like I said, Michigan-based business, small business, and I think that it's worthwhile us supporting. So I want you guys to have a good day and take care now. Bye.